Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Jeffu and today we're gonna go and play with Final Fantasy VII Remake, but it's Tifa Obsession or something like that. And yeah, I just showered. As you can see, my hair is super wet. Like just literally just showered. Holy crap. It's still super I did not use because I don't have any hair blower. So I did not really actually dry my hair. I was just doing some stuff recently, and there is one speedrun with the update. I would say speedrun update with Pragmata. I apparently beat my own time, and I'm super happy with that. And I think that's my final point. That's my final run. I'm not gonna try to be better than that. And I'm just glad that I managed to do it. I managed to do the time that I wanted to do. And so here we are today. We're gonna go and play with Final Fantasy, and we're just gonna have fun with Final Fantasy, and yeah, and it's gonna be crazy. Oh boy, damn! Sorry about that. Ooh, it's so cold. The aircon in there. I mean, I'm gonna turn off the aircon for now. For now, we're gonna. It's so cold. Okay, guys. Whew. We're gonna go and play the game, but I don't really want to make my headset wet, so we're gonna play without the sound for now. And yeah, and bear in mind, what I'm doing is just Tifa, okay? I thought it would be a great idea that we just go on with Tifa. Everything is just Tifa, because we have an obsession with Tifa, okay? Look at that Tifa at the back, right? There's a Tifa at the back. Look at that. We have a Tifa at the back. We have a Tifa in our screen. We have a Tifa on our head. We have a Tifa and Tifa. And too bad I can't change Barret into Tifa. But if we can, well, she is holding a Tifa as a weapon. So I think everything is Tifa now. So yeah, we got a lot of Tifas going on around. If you want to change our Tifa, not an exotic Tifa, but a very regular Tifa, we just change to this Tifa, right? Then we have Tifa, and many Tifa. Okay, that's just Tifa. Okay, let's go with Let's go with the weapon though. Do I need to use Hard H? I don't need to use Hard H anymore. Yeah, even though it is pretty cool with all the weapons and damage and stuff, I feel like oh, wait a minute. It doesn't even rise that much. I think this is the best weapon so far. Look at that. It added up to 46 attack. I mean, trust me, man. If I can make the building, the Tifa, and everything the Tifa, I will. But so far, we just have this Tifa, and so that's what we are doing it with. What the hell is happening here? Why is this so weird? Why are you being so weird, chat? What is this? Okay, I think that's much better. I don't know, but something is weird with my OBS. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go back to somewhere. So we're just going. We have an exotic Tifa with us. Is it only the original Tifa we have jiggles? Yeah, the original Tifa is the only Tifa that have jiggles. None of us have jiggles. Only the original Tifa. Okay. And yeah, so that's what we're playing today. Today we're just playing with Tifa. Tifa being everywhere. And yeah, I didn't even know they actually changes the outfit and stuff. If you use this different weapon, let's see what happens if I use like nail bat. No, iron blade. Oh shit, Iron Blade. Wait, Iron Blade Tifa has jiggle. Iron Blade Tifa has jiggle, man. is happening? I'm sorry. I need to go here. That's so stupid. You're playing. What the fuck is this? Oh boy. Oh boy. Things are getting heavy. Things are getting heavy. What is happening? Is things okay? What is happening? Why is it so heavy? Maybe I should click back into the game. Yeah, I should click back into the game. I think because I clicked into my OBS just now, so it was a bit it was not properly. Damn this weapon. What about Barrett's weapon? Does Barrett weapons jiggles? Dude, Barrett, does your weapon jiggles? Oh shit, Barrett's weapon jiggles as well. What the hell is happening? So the weapon basically just jiggled. Oh boy. What a stupid features. Who would thought it was a great idea? I think, you know what, that guy deserves a medal. Over there, so we're gonna go through that. So we're gonna fight, right? Okay, this one is still the best in my opinion. But you minus up health, magic attacks. I'm just gonna use this for now. We have the purple Tifa with us. So stupid. Oh boy. I wonder what happened in the cinematics later on. We swing Tifa. He swings the Tifa. Okay. Come on. We're gonna go through this. Boy, this is the best. This is the best. Okay, I guess my hair is a bit dry. Not really that dry. Okay, go up. We're gonna fight some monsters. Swing it! Oh shit, it's a nerf, let me tell you that. This is what I say is Tifa. You have to go nearby to it. Yes! No! Tifa shoots! Okay, we got the real Tifa. Why is it not the blade? Why is it just the handle? The handle part? That's so weird. Why is it like not the real blade but the... Oh boy, I'm so weirded out by this. Okay, Tifa can cut. Tifa slash. Got a Moogle medal. That's great. Oh no, but because it's not daylight. Okay, never mind. I think we're gonna wait until daylight and we can go into that Moogle area. I think that's like chapter 14. So in 13 right now we are doing that other stuff. What am I looking at? You're looking at Tifa. Everything is Tifa, man. Everything is Tifa. It's blocked. Shit. Wait, we can go to the other side. Cool, let's go. And every Tifa, some Tifa jiggles, some don't. You know, there's many kind of Tifa, but it's just Tifa. That's it. Wait till you see Arif. Wait till you see Arif. Wait till you see some of the NPCs. Too bad we don't have Jesse anymore because Jesse died. But if Jesse's still around, I'm actually gonna mod Jesse as well. So, you know. Oh shit. Okay. Tifa shoots! That's the boop jiggles. Because the boop does it. Is there a slow motion way to see the boop? Look at the boobs, like wavy. Look at the guy boobs. It's slow motion. Okay, the Tifa is gonna start with a kick. Okay, that boob jiggles over there is getting jiggly. Okay, why are you punching the boobs, Tifa? What are you doing? You're supposed to punch the monsters. Are you punching the boobs? What am I saying? Oh boy. I gotta see it again. Okay, this is a bad area to see her. Okay, we're gonna see her from here, I guess. Not move too much. Yeah. I wonder if we change the weapon, does it change as well? Or is it everything the same? Oh, everything is the same. Okay, so it's just. I think it's just Cloud. Cloud's weapon is changeable to different kind of Tifa. Oh shit! I never even really went here. So let's see which area was it supposed to be. Okay, we're gonna fight this. I'm gonna use the assess because I totally got myself into Tifa too much. This is literally the title, okay? This is literally the title. Okay. This is the best thing ever, man. I'm so glad that I bought the PC version of. I'm so glad that I bought the PC version of Final Fantasy VII. We can see what we can do in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well, okay? So yeah, we will see what's gonna happen there. Oh boy. Let's go here. I was looking at a gameplay of Pragmata. I just kept thinking it reminded me of something. Then I realized it's what Death Stranding should have been. That I don't know about that. Is Death Stranding should have been like that? Nah, Death Stranding is fine. Death Stranding is that walking simulator game. Death Stranding should have been a walking simulator game and it's fine. There's no saving for Kojima. Kojima actually is like Neil Druckmann. This game was good because Kojima makes it that way. Not Kojima, Konami make it that way. With Konami restriction, that's why Kojima was so creative. All the bad ideas from Kojima was deleted. All the good ideas from Kojima was taken by Konami. But now there's no restriction from him. So, you know. So all his bad ideas is getting spread out into the world. And yeah. And that's why a proper company with a proper corporate kind of way of thinking will have a game like Pragmata, while a very independent company will have ideas like Death Stranding. Just saying. Sometimes it's great to get some restriction and some, you know, bad ideas taken away. You got like 100, you got like 99 great ideas, but one bad ideas. But the bad ideas apparently was the core problem of the game, which is being a walking simulator, selling parcels to people. You know what is a great idea? You're gonna make a walking simulator, selling parcels to people. Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, talking about Pragmata, I broke my limit. I have, let me just show off again. It's supposed to be a video, but you know what? I love to show off and shit like that. So I'm just gonna show off. I have broken, break. Broken. This is the record time. Actually, it was more than this, right? Remember, it was like 6 minutes and 50 something, and I tried to improve myself, and I got into this. I was like, nah, I'm not satisfied with that, and so I did this, and I got this. I am so good in video games. God damn, 6 minutes. That's my limit. I'm not. I mean, like maybe I can be around like 5 if I want. 5, you know, but it's okay. I'm good with that. 6 minutes is fine. I'm really content with that. Okay, everybody is set. And we put out a ability to. Okay, cool. But I kind of get what you're saying because a lot of people are saying the same thing. I see a lot of X tweet are saying the same thing that you're saying. Death Stranding looks. Death Stranding should have been like Pragmata. But you know what? I mean, like in my point of view, it's like, you know, Pragmata is Pragmata. Death Stranding is fine. There's no saving. There's no saving Kojima. Like the thing with what Kojima did on the animation and stuff like that, I think that's just way too. A bit too much, I would say, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, right? Gotcha. No, the real Tifa died. Never mind, we have more Tifa. We are duplicate. No, this is duplicate Tifa. Cure again. Ruby Light, physical, half, and ATB, increase our body movement. Okay, that haste. Come on, man. That stupid thing, man. It's so crazy and so annoying. Oh, are you healing everybody? Please heal everybody. Thank you. Then I heal him. Oh! Nice. That's great. Star Shower did it. Oh. Up. 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 It's because I love Metal Gear so much. I just have faith in Kojima, but you're right. This creator needs a good company healing, not Hollywood. Yeah, that's one thing. I think Kojima got way too much freedom. Sometimes freedom is good, sometimes freedom is bad. Or a partner, right? I mean, Kojima is Kojima single, or Kojima has a kid or a wife? I think Kojima is single, right? I mean, like, not that it plays any aspect, but I mean, like, sometimes when you put up a very good idea, that you have this adrenaline getting to your brain and you thought you have a very good idea, but then when you tell people about it, people be like, what? And then they just, being a bit like negative about it or some criticism on of it. In that, you don't just fully take it, but it's just a nice stopper. Like, for you to just like, hold up, wait a minute, and then just think about it. Is this really a good idea? And if it's a really good idea, then let's just proceed with it. And he being his own company and his reputation being so good, that everybody would not, like, say shit about him. Like, when he comes up with something, everybody just glaze. And this itself builds a very negative outcome for him, because he has no room to grow anymore. He has no room to be better. All he can do is just put out anything and people would just glaze on it. On the surface, but on the back, like, how many sales did it really do? Was it really that good? Did it really did that well? Like, now everybody looking at the games like OD and VII, and they are really looking forward to it. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to VII. Maybe I'm gonna see if it's like a new type of Metal Gear Solid. I want to see what it's about. But again, I'm not really a Metal Gear Solid fan, so I did play like 3. I really like 3, but I never even played 5. That's the only one I never played. But I did play like 4, 3, 2. I never played 1 as well. That's a weird thing. I just played 2, 3, 4. And those was because it was just like, not because I'm a fan or anything, but just generally it was a good game. So I was like, oh, this game is good, let me just go ahead and play it, right? But when I remember when so with my point of view, when I look at Death Stranding back in the day, when they say, oh, this game is Kojima, the guy who made Metal Gear Solid makes this, and I was like, why are they making a walking simulator? And I never played the game. Despite, like, there's so many games out there that people play and stuff, and I just keep looking at the game through a public eye, through a public media. I mean, like YouTube videos and stuff like that, or anything, like clips or whatever that shit is, even Facebook. And I was just like, nah, I don't know, man. This game looks weird. Like, I don't think I'm interested in this. And then everybody is saying this, like, if you play 10 hours of it, you would know what it is about, and it's gonna be better. And I kind of agree in a certain point where after you finish up the first chapter or the first episode. And then when it hits with, like, I think the fragile part was the best, but after that it just becomes worse. and like it's just it picked up, but then it didn't deliver. Like in my opinion, for me. But people probably like, you know, if the game is not a stack under a Kojima name, the game is really flop. Like nobody can give a chance. Like who is this random guy thinking making a walking simulator is a good idea? So that name play a very huge role. So I feel like he needs somebody to keep him in check. So, worst thing is, leaving Kojima might be his best thing ever happened to him. At the same time, the worst thing that ever happened to him. I mean, like leaving Konami. Did I say Konami? Kojima? I don't like Kojima. Konami is so confusing. Goddammit. A good company helping. Oh. And yeah. I mean, like Kojima. When I look at Kojima's tweet and stuff, all the time he actually just share a lot of movie stuff. He really love movies, and he really love like, you know, watching movies, talking about movies. I don't see him talking about video games. On the other hand, I see a lot of Yoshida Shuhei. That guy, I really like that guy. That guy is like genuinely just a gamer producer dude from PlayStation. That dude did help with Stellar Blade being in PlayStation as well, and that's just awesome, right? And he really just keep looking around in video games, just talk about video games and stuff. As a gamer, I respect him more than I respect like some weird movie lover Kojima. And then with that post that they said, Kojima just played one game last year or this recent years, that he only just played one game per year. It just makes me worry more about video games that he made. Like, what do you know about modern video gaming? What do you really understand about it? Okay, everybody assess. Now we can kill. And since he, you know, like Kojima's best part is that his goofiness in a video game. Like, you know, like when if you play the third game, you see that dude like just grabbing people's boob, just grabbing people's dick, you know, and just grabbing weird shit, that kind of weird stuff, like goofy stuff. And then you see like a scenes where they have like, you know, you can collect dirty magazine, which is like Aero manga or something, like Aero magazine, like erotic magazine in the third game. Or even, I think in the second or first game also have the same thing. Like those kind of goofiness is what makes Kojima super special. And during this time with all those political correctness with shit, and him being like in the same flavor of Western Hollywood culture, it's not helping his art style at all. His whole game was so base and so good was because, you know, it is like all this goofiness things that a lot of gamers love that make his game so unique. So I kind of wonder if Expedition 33 will affect him a bit. That's just how I feel. I think I'm gonna change with Tifa. Yup, Tifa. Tifa, let's give you some revival, right? Just in case. Heavy duty bracer. Holy shit. Give me that. Can you have like a time-based stuff? Oh no, healing is good. So yeah. It's because he's trying to make a game of the year, not make a good game. I guess so. I don't know. I don't know about that, man. He's trying to make a game of the year. That's an interesting way to take a look at it. He's not trying to make a game, trying to make a game of the year. With Jeff Keighley. You know what? Yes, yes. We good friends, right? Yes, yes, we good friends. Let's help me make a game of the year. Oh, this is good. Damn. Iron Blade. Holy shit. What a blade. What a blade. Let's see what else we need. When we can put in, then it would be great. I think cleansing, we just finish this up, right? 900. Yeah, we just have a bit. Just finish that up, and then we can move on with from that. Okay, what else? Fire is max, so we use with lightning for now. Okay, we got a Firaga, which means that's great. I think we won't be able to use. I want Prey to be good as possible. Let's use it on Tifa, I would say. There, you get it. Tifa, get the Prey. Be a prayer. Be a prayer, Tifa. How did Keighley convince him to come to the concert if he wasn't going to win anything? I think Keighley liked it. Maybe. Nah, I think it's just every game that people that have game connection with game, especially like AAA company like Konami, Capcom, all these Western dev as well. I'm not pretty sure all the names, but like EA or whatever. Like all those companies like Larian Studios. I think all of them they went to the event. They did go for the event. I think you still have to buy tickets and stuff, right? Some of them get invitation. Most of them buy tickets that you can go there. I'm not sure how it actually works. But all of this, just like out of work and businesses trip, they would go, of course. Because it's like the most huge, the biggest, so-called biggest market in the world because everybody is watching that. And it makes sense, I would say. So of course Kojima will be there, despite whatever it is. Unless you are like an indie dev who just cared about video games and art, you don't care about all this weird humans connection and stuff like that, or this social gathering, then you would just be like, nah, I'm not going, it's fine. Man, I still love the right wing. Tifa was the greatest healer in Reaver because of her sweat. Ah, shit, you sleeping? Is there an item that we can use for sleeping? we need to assess. Yeah, because it's not assessed.
確実に
私に任せて止めた
Ah, shit.
決だ
次行くぞ次。
気が早いな
Okay, good. What is happening down there? This is like another. Okay. Oh shit, do we have to do this? Oh no, this is not. This is like a different one.
あそこ
お、
ちょっと怖いね7番街に戻るの
Tifa
行こう
Wait, what? Wait, I'm so lost. Wait, what the hell is happening? Wait, what? Am I going the right way? I guess maybe I am. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Okay. Oh man, guys. I mean, I really hope they announce Final Fantasy Part 3 in January 31st. If not, I'm out. I'm not gonna. I'm like done. I'm done with Square Enix. If not, I'm done. I'm totally done. If they did not release anything in January 31st, which is the anniversary for Final Fantasy VII, if they didn't release anything, okay, let me give another chance even after that. During the state of play, the next state of play from PlayStation, they didn't release anything from that, I'm done. I'm totally done. Okay, what the hell is happening here? We got Tifa and Tifa in Lake.
ワイマー無事だったか。
命だけはな。
他の奴らは。
わからない。すまない。
そっか
生きててくれてありがとうよ。
Oh, when are you going through that 100-page remasters? Later on, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. We can do that later. They just play this one chapter, and then after that, I'll do that, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna split it into a different stream. But I'm not pretty sure is it just sleeping your bedtime or not. But yeah, that would be great, right? If not, I'm just gonna keep not doing that. Oh, we can do it tomorrow this time. Not pretty sure. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really fixed. But yeah, thank you for reminding me that. I should have done that today actually. Before we start this thing. Because I want to take a look at that thing and just talk about it, I guess.
7番街か。おう。忘れ物しちまってな。そうか。あんまり物はないが、見てってくれ。
Big Bertha! Woo! Magician bracelet and more. What do you mean you don't have any much stuff? You have so many stuff. Let me sell off my old stuff. I don't need this. Oof. What a great. Damn. The music, man. The music. This is what Final Fantasy is, man. Music.
瓦礫から掘り出したもんだが、使えるはずだ。
It's not like Final Fantasy music doesn't just only affects gamers. It affects normal musician. A lot of people who grow up and they said, hey, learn piano, play some Baja, which is Bach or something, I don't know. I'll play some Mozart or anything like that, like, you know, Vivaldi or whatever. For those guys, one day they've been using Final Fantasy music to actually learn music. That's how crazy that was. Oh, hey, Betty!
姉ちゃん大丈夫かな。
きっと大丈夫さきっと
姉ちゃん大丈夫かな。
きっと大丈夫さきっと
One-chan, which One-chan? Oh, you mean that Arif One-chan?
どうしたものか、はあ、動けるものを集めないとな。
お兄ちゃんはどこ。
お兄ちゃんはパパと一緒よ。
いや大丈夫だなるべく上の人たちはダメだろうな。
Can I do anything else here? What should I do? Oh, I should go down. Okay, let's see. We have a new equipment, so magician bracelet thing. Our you know what? I'm gonna give this guy this. It's fine because I want this guy to be as tanky as possible. And we see. Actually, I want you to have the prayer. Thank you. Oh shit, we haven't even finished up this one as well. Lifesaver. I'm gonna use one more lifesaver, then we'll learn this, then we can change the weapon. Okay, you. I guess it's fine. I'm not gonna change anything from this guy. Okay, let's see. Parry? I don't know. We gotta train something, right? Oh, that's the parry. Not bad. Press R1, hold R1, and press circle to activate. Huh. I'm gonna try it out, of course. Okay, I'm gonna give the magician thing to you because we need more. Oh shit, this is so bad. Wait, why is his weapon getting taken away as well? What? Why? No man, I'm gonna use this then. That's so weird. Provoke item master. All this kind of sucks, but we still need them to be maxed out for the trophies. So we're gonna train whatever we can. Okay. I guess that's that. And then let's see. Oh shit. Defense. Okay, now this one is I guess we get those. Yes, those are good. What is this? Magic defense. I guess why not? Got another one here. Magic attack power. Yeah, nice. Buster sword. Very balanced, very good. And now we have more Tifa. Okay, let's go. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now I get it. Awesome. Boom, boom, boom the head. Boom. Oh shit. It is. Boom. Boom.
あともうちょっとだ。すぐそこが6番街だからな。
I need to prepare a long list of music, to be honest, because I don't want to have a silent cut. I think we're just gonna listen to. I mean, like my idea is we just listen to a bunch of Square Enix music, but Square Enix music is kind of dangerous. Some of them is copyrighted claim, some of them is not. You need to really figure out which one is which one. It's not like if you play Nikkei song, every Nikkei song is safe. It's actually kind of fine. They don't really do weird shit. But Final Fantasy, that's what they do because it's a Japanese company, which they don't understand this, you know, YouTube thing, the benefits of making their content to be able to reach to more people. I'm sorry about the mouse. The mouse in the middle part, so annoying.
Yeah.
If I can change all the other characters into Tifa, I will. Too bad there's no mod that do that.
まず店だ。それから考えようぜ。
道なんてないようなもんだからね。足元に気をつけていきな。おーい！誰かいねえか？その顔ならマリンは助かったんだね。誰かいないか？
It's cool that they actually make this chapter where the aftermath of these whole plays, because I don't remember we actually come here in the game again. Did we try to look around? No, I don't think there is, right?
Tifa.
Oh man, I kind of wish I didn't put that that Tifa back head thing now.
ウェッジの猫だ。
何？
行ってみよ
I'm
う。
gonna download Power of Exile, but since you had online problems, I left it. Diablo 2 Resurrection didn't have that problem since you can play it offline. You can play it offline?
行くぞ。
Yeah, I did have that problem. I already uninstalled the game though because it was a weekend free game. I mean like free weekend playthrough. And the thing is already over, so I could not play the game anymore, so I already uninstalled the game. Power of Exile is actually kind of okay. I think that it's a really good game, but
ウェッジの家？
they probably need to fix up some of those server thing, I guess, online based stuff. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save the game. As it is fun, it is funny to see the weapons turns into that. We had our laugh. I would say let's turn it off, okay? We're just gonna turn off the weapons. The weapon, yeah, I mean it's a bit too much, a bit annoying sometimes actually. So I'm gonna turn that off, and we're gonna put in a nice nothing, I guess. I'm just gonna turn that off. Oh boy. Like, there's not enough Tifa to change. I really kind of hope like we can change Barret to Tifa, but they didn't have that. If we can change Barret to Tifa, that would be great as well. Let's see. Weapon to Tifa. We should. Holy shit! I didn't know it's like every weapon, but I actually kind of want to keep Barret to be like this, but I don't think you can only do just Barret. What about female Sephiroth weapon? They don't have that. It's either Tifa or Scarlet. You can swing Scarlet around. So that's one of it. But I couldn't find any other Tifa stuff. So female Sephiroth definitely is not gonna be available. But maybe if there is a Sephiroth weapon, then you can do that. But I didn't find any Sephiroth weapon before. That's like back in the day when I was trying to look for it. But maybe if that's possible, then which means I can use that and I can change the outfit into a female Sephiroth, then maybe it probably can work. Because I think the jiggle part, like in the game, was because of that jiggle part that I put for Tifa model, and that's why for Tifa model, every Tifa model has jiggles, I guess. And maybe that's the reason why. And yeah. Okay, let's go. This is Sword Tifa, and we got that Tifa with Barret. If only we can change Rage and Biggs to Tifa as well.
ウェッジ？
Oh! Ah, shit. Maybe I should not change it, huh? Now the game looks too normal now. Ah, shit. I changed it in the wrong time. We should actually use Tifa gun around here. For Barret, I want Tifa actually. Okay, we're gonna heal. We did everything we can. Materia. Yeah. Shoot it. There's nothing else here. Oh yeah, we should actually get. Never mind. We should actually change this. Like this is healing. We already got a healing, so we change this into assess, so that we can assess things. Shoot it! Keep shooting it! Okay. Okay, everything is assessed. Nice. Next. Is that broken? I think that's broken. Keep shooting it. Alright, this one we need to assess. Nice. I'm gonna be honest, I totally forgot about this area right here. Like this is like the most non-memorable part of the game, I would say. I totally forgot about this part. Like when I was like, you know, like what I mean by forget is like it's like when you play the game again, like when you play a game that you really well known, like you really like or really love, you will remember most of the part. Oh yeah, this is where I go, this is where I go, this is where I go. This lead to this lead to this lead to this place, this lead to this place, right? But this area itself, it leads to this, and I didn't really remember that. That is why I came out with the Tifa instead of other, because I was thinking about, I thought if we would go to the war market and we have to do that mini game thing, and therefore my image was on Tifa. But then the mini game thing could have been in chapter 14 instead of 13. So I should have, like, you know, changes buried into something, because that's much more, you know, like on what I'm trying to do, just play the game in a PC way. Playing a PC version of Final Fantasy in a very PC, the most PC way possible. Let's go with still screen. Oh, we move. Okay. Let's go, let's go. Woo! No, I can't destroy that. There's no reason to destroy it as well. It's impressive how he can really climb the ladder with one arm.
シンラの野郎どんだけ掘ってんだよ。くらいな。
No, why is it running away?
邪魔見やがれ。
Okay. Focus shot. Focus shot again. I will see the progress first. Because right now the time is this, that. Okay. Yeah, I think like after we finish this stream, I will go and eat some breakfast. Like for me it's breakfast. Because right now to me it's morning 5 a.m. I guess. And I will go and eat breakfast, and after I finish my breakfast, I'll come back and we will go through that 100 page of stuff. I mean, like for today. Yeah, there are 2 videos in my plan that I wanted to do. I think for schedule wise, like this was my plan. This one I'm still putting in a list that I wanted to make. So you know, the game summary is going to be that, but for the other, yeah, I just wanted to make a video about Mega Man games and stuff, but I think like it's not really that hard. Probably I'm just gonna make, because it's a very short video, so I'm gonna make a short video out of that, maybe, if I'm gonna make it. So I feel like, yeah, maybe we can just talk about that 100 page thing later on. I'm not pretty sure if your schedule is gonna be okay, but I think that's what I'm gonna do right after we finish this stream, and I want to do that. But don't worry about it, man. I mean, like if you can't join in, it's fine, and I will still make there will still be that over there, and also I mean like there will be like the VOD, right? Like so. And also, I'm probably gonna make a summary of it as well. So, you know. I have no plan on how to take a approach on it, so I'm not pretty sure what to do. Shit. So if I do this, will they still be able to grab me? Run around and watch the video tomorrow? Yeah, no worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. No worries. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna look around other area first because I feel like I missed something. This is where I was just now, right? Okay. This is that. What the hell is that? Okay, nothing. I think we can go. Okay.
上も下も死んだかよ。
Oh shit! Look at these items.
狙うぜどけどけはあ暴れがいがあるってもんだああこんなもんよやってやらはあババよどけどけよっしゃ
Nice.
俺が全部ぶっ壊してやる
Oh shit! More stuff. I think you keep trying to shoot there. What is that? Okay, I guess it's done. Oh boy.
おいティファ
バレット
Oh, that's the real Tifa. Okay, that's the real Tifa.
そうでもないみたいどこかに巣があるはずそっちをお願い
任せろ
Okay.
そこだ悪いな
Like there is this real thought that I have, right? This is a real opinion that I have. I think that Square Enix has been making a lot of like, I think for almost like 10 years or 15 years now. Or 12 years I would say. Or even actually it's more than that. They have always been making action-based Final Fantasy now. That it actually kind of split. It's really split up from really OG people that play a lot of the old Final Fantasy games, like, you know, stuff from PS1 and PS2, to a lot of the new players that play like Crisis Core from PSP, which is action based, and then they got like, you know, all the Type 0, which is also very action based. Like there's a lot of like action based games that they will, I think they need to make both. They need to make a spin-off or anything. It could, they just should just take it like, you know, will this Final Fantasy be turn-based, will this Final Fantasy be action, like not like mix them together. I mean like they can do everything, like just take risks, just do anything. Like okay, this game right here is gonna be, but don't spend too much of a budget into one game. I think that's one of the problems that they have actually. Like they spend too much budget in one game. So what I can do is they try to make a game that is turn-based, and then they, under the name of Final Fantasy, and they make a game with action under the name of Final Fantasy as well. So they just release more Final Fantasy game where they try to catch that core of Final Fantasy, and at the same time making the game into like a various type of things that they think would be a great idea, instead of just releasing a game that is too generic like whatever we see in recent years. Like I would say Final Fantasy 16 is a bit innovative because it's a different kind of Final Fantasy where it's like a cinematic Final Fantasy and stuff, but as a game perspective, there are games like that before. There are games with QTE and the cinematics moving around and stuff and fighting and stuff like that. It's, you know, like all these epic cutscenes. That itself is actually really grabbed the greatness of Final Fantasy, which is cinematic cutscenes with epic voiceover, with great, you know, top tier graphics. That is the identity of what Final Fantasy was. And then we got Summons. Summons is one of the very important element of Final Fantasy as well. So Final Fantasy 16 is a very great Final Fantasy game. So okay, now that's great. We leave it at that, right? It's not like how how Pirate of Yakuza, or like, like the man who erased his name, or like, any Yakuza franchise, that they actually kind of nailed that down. Because I would assume that when they make that into a turn-based with Yakuza 7, it kind of split into two, but then they really still grab that core Yakuza mechanics, the Yakuza identity, and I think that's what really important. Not just slap a name into it and you call it that game, but you grab that identity of it. Make more something like Final Fantasy 16. Make more something like Final Fantasy 15. Make more something like Final Fantasy 10. I think all of them are actually on spot. There's none of them that are really like not Final Fantasy to me. They did capture that core. The thing is, they've been thinking too much as well. And the problem with Final Fantasy 7 is that people were kind of critical about it being multiple games. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of agree with that, because the story is not that deep. It's not wow, it's such a deep story that you need 3 each part to make a story. It's not until like a Harry Potter book with 7 books that you gotta make a story in 3 parts, or a game in 3 parts. So it's not a really complicated story, and that's what makes them kind of like complain, because of the separated parts. And on Final Fantasy 7 especially, and they've been squeezing it too much. I think they should apply more on other Final Fantasy. Doesn't really matter Final Fantasy 8 whether is it like like fan favorite or not in some certain country, because they are in some certain country. They are fan favorite in some certain country. They are not fan favorite in some certain country, right? In every place is like in Final Fantasy, it's such a global title, and everybody knows this title. Everybody knows Final Fantasy, and they kind of downplay that and limited themselves into this one thing, which is Final Fantasy 7. They just thought people want Final Fantasy 7. Whatever they put out, it will be fine. That is like the same logic with Expedition 33, when you get so much prize on one game and people get like, what is this? Like, ew, like too much of it. It's the same thing with Final Fantasy 7. They just get so many love. Like Square Enix just like, this is like a baby for me. Ooh, Final Fantasy 7, like, and that is actually right. It's the right move, because I don't care about Final Fantasy 7 back when I was like, I started with 8. So, and I played through that, like 9, 10, 12, 11, well, not 11, sorry, 13, and then 15, and so on. I played it from there. But if they didn't make Final Fantasy 7 Remake, I would never even get into Final Fantasy 7. And I never played it original, like like a few years ago, and get 100% platinum with it. And from what I did with that playthrough, and from what I played, that Final Fantasy 7 story is not really that complex of a story. So making that whole game into like a crazy, like that Rebirth story, that length of 200 hours gameplay could be in one game. Like, make the main story around 50 hours, right? Or more. And that's the whole main story, but then you can do side stuff with like 200 hours. That would be a perfect Final Fantasy 7 game length, I would say. But I don't know. I think Kingdom Hearts started the action base in Final Fantasy, because Kingdom Hearts always got so much hate back in the day. I never understood why. I don't know. I like Kingdom Hearts, and me and the circle of friends from around my area and around what people I know, everybody loved Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was this huge thing. Everybody loved it. But so I don't really actually know about the hate that they actually had. Like, did they have hate? Like Kingdom Hearts 1, I saw that game for the first time. I saw Tidus, a little kid Tidus running around. I was like, wait, what is this game? You have Tidus running around? My friend was showing that game to me. And I was like, wait, that Tidus running around, that's so cool. Hey, isn't that Riku? And I'm like, yeah, that's no, not Riku, Selphie. Isn't that Selphie from Final Fantasy 8? Yeah, that's Selphie. Holy shit, that's so cool. Damn. you know, recognition from like old like all the Final Fantasy games. And that to me was like super good. Like that really built a very nice oh shit, wait, what? This thing doesn't really have a hole? Oh shit, then I guess this is better because I need that. So I guess what, I guess I gave it to Tifa then, because Tifa is like, yeah, heavy duty. Yep. Holy shit, wait, what? Ah, it's fine. Nah, I'm not gonna make you gay, I'm sorry. What's this? Even though that game is, that thing is so good. For him. Should I make him gay? For wearing a healing carcanet? Of course. Because effectiveness comes first. So yeah, so I feel like, yeah, that's true. Like Kingdom Hearts is a great action game. Kingdom Hearts 2 was like the one that really put Kingdom Hearts on the map, in my opinion. Though people didn't really actually know much about Kingdom Hearts that much with the first game. Like at least that's from what I understand, from what I know. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, when it came out with Kingdom Hearts 2, that was crazy. Like the amount of people getting to know that game, because I have to introduce other people about Kingdom Hearts, and I show them the second part of the game, and they are all like, "What is this? Holy shit! This game looks so much fun." And I remember the first early part of the game was so boring. Like they got this weird, the first area, like, you know, the prologue area, and you got to play with that. I forgot what his name, Ventus, not Ventus, some kid, like, you know, that not Sora kid. And you got to play with him. Why the hell are they so strong now? Man, I got locked in most of the time. I get distracted and shit. Why are they so strong now? Okay, like, you know, like when Kingdom Hearts 2, they got these QTEs in their gameplay. I remember the QTE session was like, it's the best thing that happened in Kingdom Hearts. And then the music with Utara Hikaru and stuff. And Utara Hikaru during that time was so popular. And her music was like so good. That I can see why the game got popular. Why is this thing so strong? Holy shit, stop it! But from what I know, they actually kind of want to make a lot of like action-based stuff with their game, because they really went with a lot of cinematic things back in the day. They tried to make the first cinematic thing with Parasite Eve. They tried to make the first, you know, they tried to like get the first partnership with like an animation studio, which is Kingdom Hearts, and they just try to get into that media of like cinematic things and very actiony things, I would say.
無事だといいんだけど。
心配いらねえ。あいつはとんでもなく頑丈だ。 今頃いびきをかいて眠ってる
So
さ
I don't know, man. It's a very weird thing. Because if people say action did not work, then why the hell Crisis Core was so good? I mean, like, not so good, so popular. People really love Crisis Core.
こっちはどうだ
So is it really the problem? Is that action?
蹴散らすここからそこ出番だよ
おう引っ込んどけまだまだダメをしなガツンと頼むぜ
ここが勝負どこ
Because I still strongly agree that this is the Final Fantasy that I want to play. This battle system is so much fun. This right now to them is unique, a unique battle system. But why? What not? This is a base fighting system, an action thing that you can do, or in the same time there is ATB that you can choose, and then you tweak into some unique element into the game at this thing right here. This is a base combat system, because this combat system was so good that it actually spread into like a lot of video games. Like a lot of like video games want to do something like this, and a lot of the video games since after, like a lot of RPG that you play, you can see that there's sort of like a turn-based like time action time that you need to wait in order to use your move. Or they did it like I mean, like in Expedition 33, right? When you fight, you would gain this AP point thing. That is actually kind of similar to whatever that is, but of course that's just like a turn-based stuff, right? But it's still that ATB system kind of thing. But that is like, it's more like when you parry. So it's still, there is like an action element to it. You are playing an action semi RPG with ATB system in it, and I think that's what this system really did, like, affects and inspired a lot of later on RPG games. So I want them to do this into a basic, right, a basic combat, and then add on some other stuff into it. Like, don't make this into a unique like Final Fantasy VII Remake system. Make this into a Final Fantasy system that other games uses this as well. Because before that, Final Fantasy 1 is a random turn-based thing that based in an invisible like turn that you can't really actually determine who actually moves next. Like you can make sure who is next. You can't really strategize that much. That's the first game, and probably the second game as well, whatnot. But then I think it's around the third game. Was it the third game or the fourth game? They came up with that ATB system. I think it was the third game, if I'm not wrong. And that system was so good that it sticks to them, right? It sticks to them till today. Like right now, you still see ATB system. Why not use this in an action game, like from now on, like every other Final Fantasy game? Just put this in, because this obviously worked. This fighting style thing, this gameplay itself. Well, that's what I think. But because they really need to find a balance on which one. Like, I am a OG Final Fantasy fan that enjoy an action-based Final Fantasy these days. But if they turn it to turn-based again, I just feel very weird about it. And I will shit you not, it will not change that much. It will really not change that much. Unless they really come up with a very unique thing.
DAY8 大丈夫。
本当かこの野郎心配させやがって
I don't know. It's a very hard topic, I would say. Final Fantasy turn-based, and nobody have a solution. I think even Square Enix themselves don't have a solution, and I think every fan and everybody who complaining it, they don't have a solution as well.
よし、行こう。
Because it's not as simple as just make it back turn-based. I mean, like I can shit you not, if they just turn it back turn-based, it will still not change that much. It will not.
思ってるな
And then if they do something like Expedition 33, they put in parry and weird stuff.
なんだろう。
And then people are just gonna say, "Oh, guys, look at this! They copied this thing." You know, they can't even innovate on that. Does that actually even build any positive like outcome for the game or for the company or for the franchise? No, it would not. It would still be this very bad, publicity thing. So what is the solution is so unknown. So at the end of the day, I just think that they should just make multiple games. Make multiple games. There is Final Fantasy games that still with the name. Like right now, they can make a spin-off Final Fantasy that is turn-based. Spin-off Final Fantasy turn-based. Mainline Final Fantasy. It's like a shift, because back in the day it was mainline Final Fantasy turn-based. Like spin-off Final Fantasy action. And now they changed that, and then mainline Final Fantasy turn action, and then like spin-off Final Fantasy into turn-based. That could work. Because you know what? They can spend less money on that turn-based game and make a good game, and then they can try it out like a test. Do people really still want a turn-based? Here, we make a turn-based for you. There you go. Go and try it out. Play it. Or they make Final Fantasy 9, but it's like turn-based, right? Something very similar. Really like that is like ATV. There's like action element in it as well. Maybe they put like QT or whatever. I don't know. Because as a AAA title, you have a AAA title, I would say, pressure. Because you can't just do anything. Like, Expedition 33 is lucky at a term, because they are indie dev. They are like a small little dev. I'm not even pretty sure they're indie dev or not these days, because like, I kind of take back my word. I know I did release a video that just say it is what it is, but I missed one point. Now I remember that Expedition 33, is it called Send 4 Interactive, right? Send 4 Interactive. But didn't Send 4 has like Kepler as a publisher? If you have a publisher, you're no longer an independent developer. You are a proper funded developer. Instead of a guy who is like a small team of 2 or maybe even lesser than that just try to make a video games, that try to publish themselves. And I think that's the category for indie dev. So even though they said they don't know how to make a game, but you did get the fun, you did get the connection on an indie game, which makes me feel like, a bit not on the indie side. But they are lucky because, again, they're on that indie side that somewhat, because it's their first game or whatever that is, they don't have an identity to themselves yet. So they just implement everything that was popular in the JRPG genre back in the day into this one game. It's like a fan-made game and stuff like that. So they succeed because all this is well known to be working. And this is just a proof of my video, because I used that Spider-Man video thing for my most viewed video right now, right? And it's a well-known, it work concept of an idea of a video. I'm gonna make my third one with Miles Morales. Like I found Wakanda in Miles Morales. Spider-Man or something like that. In Spider-Man, Miles Morales. And then I'm gonna make the same shit, same script, probably same idea. And I want to see whether does it hit a high number again. So we all know this, like a very well-known concept that it's literally really work and people really enjoy this kind of stuff. Like they just implement those into one game, which is Expression with the Joy. And it worked and it succeeded. So that's why I say they're kind of lucky in that point because they can just use that. But as a company like Square Enix, if they just use some element from some other game that they say, okay, I'm gonna use this from Chrono Cross. Yeah, I make Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is a Square IP, but I'm gonna make this one game called Final Fantasy, and I'm gonna put some, you know, like Chrono Cross element. I'm gonna put Final Fantasy 9 element, and I'm gonna put this element and that element into this new game. I'm gonna put like The Legends of Dragon, which is not a Square Enix IP thing, into a video game, which is with that QTE thing. It's just gonna be weird. Like there is that pressure because they are to be assuming to create something crazy. Oh shit, he just keeps shooting at non-stop. But I feel like the remake gameplay, they did improve this battle system with a different kind of playstyle, and I really like that. And it makes a lot of sense with Final Fantasy VII because of the Nakama thing that they have in Final Fantasy VII. Because we all know that after Aerith dies, everybody have this red color ribbon on their side, right? Which leads to Adventurance. When you see Adventurance, everybody have a red ribbon at their, they will tie on red ribbon for the tribute on Aerith. So it's like their Nakama thing, that like all the friends, all that Nakama have that thing, right? Vincent have it, Cat Steve has it, Red 13 has it, everybody has it. And that really plays a role, like this Nakama stuff in that Final Fantasy VII was really that good that... Oh, I need to go there. Okay, no, man. So it makes sense with their synchronized attack. The way that when you try to attack on air, you have to use their cloud, like things like this, right? You're gonna shoot them up again. The way that they teamwork, it is just so nice to see. And it fits the theme of Final Fantasy VII so well. So that's why I said, like, if they can have this as a base, like whatever they're doing around here as a base. And then they put that to like every different Final Fantasy game, it might be awesome. Assess everything, I guess. Just to even those guys. Yeah, the big guys. Nice. Come on. What the hell is this unknown item? Okay, we're gonna use antidote.
いのよろしく。
終わらせてやら。
What the hell is happening? Okay. Shit, this is the boss fight. I'm just casually fighting a boss fight. While talking shit on topic that nobody have answering.
こっちだな。
Focus shot. And star shower. And focus strike. I can't really shoot it into a... Overpowered? Okay. They're afraid to help us? And I wonder what happened if you all shoot out from the limit right now. And you die. Whoa! Mithril Claw? Not bad. Oh, holy shit! Hey! Tifa!
遅えぞ。遅れてきて指図してんじゃねえ。
Again, one more shot. I don't know, man. I feel like that thing is just oh man. The pirate cards that come out this year did none like that game or something. But again, I'm feeling weird, right? Yakuza game is not really that huge on people knowing about the game or talking about the game. Like I'm talking about like it's weird. Like it's not famous. It is famous. It is a very well-known IP, but at the same time, it's like a IP where nobody even talk about as well. And then but it's also an IP that people talk about. You know, like this very gray area. Like somebody is like it should be more popular than it should, but it's not that well known. Wait, what the hell? Why does my Barret have like beard and shit? Oh no, Tifa. Tifa is inside as well. Oh shit, Tifa. Like, people say Final Fantasy VII is the most popular Final Fantasy, but yet why the hell is the music, the most popular music, is not something from Final Fantasy
他
VII?
のことはその後
It's like from Final Fantasy 5. I never played Final Fantasy 5. And so, like, how can you actually know that is the best game when there's nobody playing that game? I mean, like, not that much people playing that game. And then when you get a vote in modern years, and the result that you get is
ク
a
ラウド
I'm sorry, hold on, let me see
よくやっ
this.
た
It's a, hold on, let me just go to my site. And then like remember, like when I talk about that thing, shit, I've been uploading too much stuff on X. Like, remember when I talk about this, right? Shit, where did I pull this up? Put this up. Yeah, thank you very much. Remember when I talk about this instead of that? Like, number one is Zanakin. It makes a lot of sense because Final Fantasy X was really that popular. But the second one was like the Big Bridge, the Battle of the Big Bridge from Final Fantasy V. But I was like, how did that get up there? And Eyes on Me in Final Fantasy VIII. You can say Eyes on Me from Final Fantasy VIII is because of Fei Wong. Fei Wong is a very popular Hong Kong singer back in the day. So because of Hong Kong singer, you know, being popular back in the day, that's why it got like, you know, into up here or something like that. And because like that's why people, that's why, even though people don't play the game, that's what I'm trying to say. People don't play the game, but people love Fei Wong, so they might have listened to the game before. So because from what I know, Final Fantasy X is one of the most beloved. Final Fantasy V is like kind of like unknown, like all those pixelated is kind of like unknown Final Fantasy. But Final Fantasy IV is like one of the beloved Final Fantasy in that pixelated thing. Like in the pixelated one, I think it's like 4 and 6 is like one of the most popular one, and then all the others is like kind of like mediocre or something. Like of course 1 and 2 is because it's the pioneer, it's the very first one that came out, so I kind of get that. But then when you see like if you have, this is in the modern day, right? In the modern day, like ranking that they actually got that. Like they vote, they ask people for the rank. So how is if okay, like what I'm trying to say is like if there's 100 people who played the game and there's like 300 people who play this game, then why the hell does this 100 people who played this game thing will become on top of this 300 people play thing become on the below here? Like for example, like if Final Fantasy VII was really that popular, why is it at 6 but not at like up here? Isn't it supposed to be like 10, 7 and stuff like that? Because 8 is one of the most worst Final Fantasy that people said. Like people don't like 8 because it's weird. Oh man, why is that? Why do I fight an enemy and when I kill an enemy I don't earn any money? Why is it like salary based? It's so weird. Why is it like, you know, this weird GF draw system? That draw system is weird. I don't understand this. So they're trying to do something new, and trying to do something crazy, and people just don't understand it. And you know, and then it just becomes this very weird Final Fantasy 8, like one of the worst or something like that. I don't know, that people say, like, because at the worst one, that's why I make the meme on that clip, which is, I'm not pretty sure if I have the picture right here. But I have the picture in my phone though. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe these are stuff that I can say during that other moment, but you know, yeah, I didn't have it here. Here's a proper one. Here's a proper one. I did actually make one of my, like, my most favorite platinum thing. I made like a, look at this. This is my most favorite platinum in this is my most favorite Final Fantasy game, and I try to show people that it's the let me see, it's all the worst game that people so call it, worst Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy 8, 13, you know, 15. Let me see. Okay, this is the normal one. This is the normal one. Now I make memes like this, right? Like, if you guys see this, I just stack up everything together. Final Fantasy 8, 13, 15 Pocket, 15 into people, and then people said, you know, and then you know, as a meme, and then I put it out there, and then people just straight ahead know what I'm trying to say. And you know, it's like, it's a very well known, like, because I used to upload a lot of memes on JRP, on Final Fantasy shit posting and JRPG shit posting, and two of these, they all like to talk shit about 8, 13, 15, and they was like, this is why Final Fantasy is slowly dying. And I was like, 8 is one of the best, like my first one, so I really like 8. And then I never played 7. Maybe because I never played 7, that's why you never know what is the real thing, you know. And so, but if that's really the case, then why the hell is Final Fantasy 7 is at the back, but Final Fantasy 8 is on top here and stuff, you know? So I just think that the thing is that Final Fantasy 7 is not really that popular. It's just that people made it become popular. What I mean by people made it, I'm like Square Enix made it to become popular because they keep pushing that. If they make everything more balanced, like they put in like they make games for like other franchise as well, like more other franchise games, like Final Fantasy 6. Final Fantasy 6 is one of the best one as well, and people actually try to convince that Final Fantasy 6 is actually better than 7. And that's like another new. There's another thing about like people just say it's nostalgia and stuff, right? Ah, shit. It's like people hating on 7 because it's a new thing, and people just say, nah, 6 is better, you know, stuff like that, right? That's what's like back during that time. But when the time just keep past, like all the latest versions is gonna be worse. So that's why I kind of like. When people say 16 is bad, then when you look at later on, and then when you look at the pattern of it, people say 13 was bad, but now 13 is like one of the best one out there. Like a lot of people are like, what? Who the hell say 13 is bad? I played this, you know, it's actually good.
Hoshiに帰ったんだよ。
帰る場所間違いやがって。立ち止まってたらあいつらに笑われちまうな。たく重てえな。すまねえ。本当にすまねえ。他に当てがなくてよ。
怪我人を追い出すような白状はできないよ。
エルミナ、やはりエアリスを取り戻すべきだ。
またその話かい？
神羅の地下施設で人体実験の跡を見つけた。俺の方が神羅という組織を知っている。話を聞いただけでエアリスを解放するとは思えない。この世界でたった一人の古代種となれば科学部門が黙っていないはずだ。科学部門には北条という人を人とも思わない。
やめておくれ。
でも
少し考えさせてくれないかい？あんたたちも疲れただろう。今日はもう休んだらいい。
But I also think one thing about the gaming community these days, they're just being very a bit too demanding as well, I guess, in a lot of sense, in a lot of things. That's what gaming community these days, instead of just spreading fun stuff or fun games, you know, they just tend to like overthink things and just, you know, in the name of, oh, what is real video games. But I just understand that I love, like, it's not logic, you know, like Yakuza 7. It's not logical, you know, it's just, I like it. Like, I like Final Fantasy VIII. It was because of a beautiful love story. I love the love story so much. It was so unique and a happy ending at the end. And I love that recording where, you know, the music just keep playing and then you see like Zell eating hot dogs, and then like Selfie and Christie's just looking at him, and then like, are you okay? Those little moments and stuff, those are really cool and fun to see. And then the way that when you play the game, and then when you know, like, because it was a turn-based game, so everybody don't really get you to care that much. Everybody know that if you press X attack, you can attack, right? When you can attack, in 8 they decided to make an interactive attack, so it becomes the next level. They did try to improve their 3D gameplay. So during that time, they implement the trigger button. So each time when you attack, if you trigger, you will have, because it's a gun blade. So when you attack and you click at the right time, you will trigger a gunblade explosion and it will deal more damage. That is just a reverse engineer of parry. So when an enemy attack you, you press a button, then you parry it back to the enemy, right? Or you can deflect or something like that. You can defend. That's the same thing with actually that thing. I think like if you make a video games and you put that coding, it's almost the same coding as well, because it's like when you click something into this is gonna be what happened in this time or in this turn. So it's like the same concept, but just reverse engineered and that become parry. So they actually did that first in a sort of sense, right? But in the shape that did not do parry, but they did the trigger thing. And then in a RPG where it's like a turn-based area, and then when you use a specialties and stuff like that, you will have a sort of things to do. Like in this one, if you use Brave, and then you just have Brave attack, like bam, and then you just bing, and that's what it is, right? I think the only thing in the 7 was the Tifa lottery thing, the pachinko thing, like ping 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 ping, and then you will manage to hit, whether you can hit like a good attack or not a good attack or anything like that. But they changed that into an interactive where you have to click left right square, ping ping ping, boom 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 wee, boom, and you click again. So it's like very action, but it's also turn-based at the same time. And that's what makes Final Fantasy VIII so special and so much fun for me. And then in Final Fantasy IX, they went back in form with the regular, like, you know, the fantasy instead of a modern settings like this with modern, you know, where we were. So what they did that in 9 is that they tried to put in like synchronized attack where you can have magic sword, which is if you have the same character, then you can use magic sword, and then you can use the magic sword to, you know, to use a much stronger attacks. And then they have like choices where you can pick one or multiple, and then in that way you can strategize what to do when and stuff. And then they also have that you know, there is 1 or 2 bosses that is undead, and you just throw Phoenix down, they just die. So there is like all this, you know, small little stuff that is pretty immersive into that worldview. And I think that's what makes 9 super nice. And the same thing again at the end, it was a super nice happy ending, you know. And the goofiness of the protagonist was one of the best as well, because in 7 we have this amnesia protagonist, which I don't really quite like, to be honest, but I think he is pretty goofy because he does dance around and play around weird shit and stuff. In a sort of sense, he does have a goofiness in him in in that part. But in the eight is totally just emo, and emo kid, emo kid protagonist. That's just what it is. But during back in the time, being emo is cool. I was having emo hairstyle as well. I wear multiple belts, and I have leather skinny pants back in the day when I was young. I mean, you get what it is. Their fashion, their way that they create a design of a character, it actually influence even the real world, like kids, to wear clothes in their in that kind of way, like all this, like, you know, like cloud hair and stuff like that, you know, those hairstyle and the weird emo stuff, those as well, right? So they were really like very cultural.
眠れないのか
Ooh. This is gonna be good. The muster
足音がした
muster basin.
ごめん起こしちゃった。
気にするなソルジャーの習性だ
この前くれたお花エアリスからもらったんだね。
あ
やっぱりおかしいと思ったんだ。クラウドがお花なんて。花言葉は再会だよね。嬉しくて調べちゃった。大事に取っておいたんだけどな。そのお花もなくなっちゃった。お店も家も全部。
This is what girl means when they want to marry themselves.
またなくなっちゃった。
Aww, look at that.
クラウド。苦しい。ごめん。泣いてもどうにもならないのにね。
そんなことない
ありがとう。
I think Cloud is the only one that doesn't have any identity, but then it
あんた
somehow
には世話
works.
になりっぱなしだ。この恩は忘れねえ。俺にできることがあったら何でも言ってくれ。
困った時はお互い様さ。
エルミナ
あれから考えてみたよ。
呼ばれている気がするんだだから
私からもお願いします。助けたいんです。友達だから。
うすうす分かってたのさ。いつかこういう日が来るんじゃないかってね。それでもエアリスを助けてやっておくれ。
Barrett, Tifa.
父ちゃん
Ah,
マーリン、
Marley.
行っちゃうの？
すまねえなマリン。そばにいてやれなくて。父ちゃんだっていつも一緒にいたい。本当だ。 でもそれじゃあ戦えない。悪い奴らが星を壊そうとしてる。実はな、父ちゃんそいつらと戦ってんだ。星やスラムのみんなを守るのが父ちゃんの仕事だ。はっよっ、だから行かねえと。マリンを助けてくれたお姉ちゃんを今度は俺たちが助けに行くんだ。助けてもらった俺ちゃんと言わねえとな。
あのお姉ちゃんね。
どうした？
助けてあげて。
任せろ。
帰ってくるよね。
ああ、絶対だ。
じゃあ、いってらっしゃい。
Ah, she's cute. I think like probably Capcom saw Marlin and be like, "Oh, Marlin's so cute." And look at Barrett. There's a gun and stuff. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make Marlin into a video game. So we call it Pragmata. So we have one kid that is super cute that you can actually protect.
目的を忘れるな。
分かってるよ。エアリスの救出だろ。
でも上までどうやって行く？鉄道は動いてないよね。
じゃあ線路を歩くか。
今は非常事態だ。表だったルートは封鎖されていると思った方がいい。
じゃあどうすんだ？裏ルートがあんのか？
そういうこと知ってそうな人って。
What was it again? Oh, it turns to something. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
コルネオか。
I mean, that's gonna be fine. Like, you know, like, if we do that, we already reached some certain steps. It's already 20 steps. That's super fast. It's fine. Okay. So again, continue back to the Final Fantasy IX. So Final Fantasy IX, and the other one thing is that the active time event. So they got an active time battle, but now they're like, well, how can we improve the active time, right? They put up active time event, which is a very nice, like, backstory. Like, now you are using this character, but when you walk to someplace, you wonder what happens to your other teammates and stuff, and you can use active time event to see what is really happening at the same time that you're walking this corridor right now. And I think that itself actually give up a very nice, like, gameplay, like experience to the game. And I really like that. I really like that a lot. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, they just make the game feels more alive. And when you just play it, it doesn't feel empty, you know. That's just one of the things that I really liked about Final Fantasy IX as well. And then of course the summons. There's a lot of summons, not just one summoner. There's another summoner. And that's what makes that game's like, holy crap. Wait, what? There's not only just one summoner, there's like another summoner? So there is like two summoner, and then they bring back like because it's like the old like team, so they bring back a lot of those old elements of every Final Fantasy game that has in the old team into that as well. Like Dragoon, you know, I mean, like, yeah, Final Fantasy, I think Final Fantasy 8 did not have Dragoon. So they bring that back. I mean, like in 7 they did have that, right? With Sid is a Dragoon, but like, you know, but so they bring back that with Freya. Freya is a Dragoon girl, but she's a rat, of course. At the same time, she's a rat that is a Dragoon. So those like jumps and, you know, those attacks and stuff like that. It's just.
はい、注目。情報やキリエの大スクープだよ。
It's just what really hooks me into it. The story,
キ
especially.
リエちゃんが仕入
They
れて
got a
きた
very nice
取れたてピ
pacing.
チピチの情報
I
だ
think
よ。
Final Fantasy 9 pacing is like one of the best pacing in
ほ
Final
ら
Fantasy
ほ
series.
ら集まって。はーい注目。情報やキリエの大スクープだよ。反死んだグループのアバランチが1番と5番の後調子に乗って7番魔航路まで爆破したんだけど、素人の悲しさで爆弾の威力を把握していなかった。その結果がこの大惨事。しかもウータイから莫大な資金援助を受けてたんだって。反神羅なんて大層な看板を掲げてるけど、実際はウータイの手先というかただの使いっ走り。これが真相。上で仕入れたばかりの最新ニュースだよ。はーいゴギルちょうだい。
マジかよ。油断も隙もねえなウータイは。結局魔法が妬ましいのさ。
また戦争になるのかい。
仕掛けてきたのはあっちだ。仕方ないだろ。
ねえゴギル、情報はただじゃないんだよ。
ウータイの手先じゃねえ。他はともかくそこだけははっきりさせねえと。
私たちの主張なんてもう誰も聞いてくれないよ。ごめん。
ティファ、なあティファ、俺たちは反省も後悔も許されない身だ。こっから先はもうただただひたすら前進あるのみ。何があろうと阪神らの火は消さねえ。
でも今は前だけじゃなくて周りも見て。みんな怯えてる。だからお願い。
Nice.
困ってる人
Now
が
we
い
have
た
to
ら
do 何でもやって
できるだけ助けてあげたいな。どこまで行ったんだろう。
Hey.
おクラウドさん、麦たちを
So
見ま
many
せんで
things
した。
happening in the game.
日課の見回りに
I
行った
actually
み
want
た
to
いなん
go
です。
through every Final Fantasy about the good parts of it.
今日は中止にしなさいと言わ
Hey,
れてでし
Village,
た。
welcome.
もし
Welcome,
子供たちを見かけたら帰るように伝えてくれませんか。子供たちの特徴は。
多分わかる。
あんたは動くんじゃねえぞ。ここで子供たちを迎えてやれ。いいな。
はい、そうします。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, missing children. Let me go into this. So next I would like to talk about Axe. So why do people actually like Axe? That's because of the variety of like, you know, like the teammates that you have. Lulu, it shoots magics, and at the beginning part of the game actually has like flying units, flan, which is like you have to use magic unit to hit flan. And then there is like land units that's super fast, and there's like super hard units that you have to change your party. So in a video game, in a turn-based term, you can change up your party in and out at the same time. It's like a tech demo for what a PlayStation 2 can do, and at the same time, it built like a very nice game system into that game. So I feel like Final Fantasy X was popular because of that reason as well, because the game was really that fun. And they really did it well, and I think that's the reason why it was so popular. Okay, we got that. Do we got everything else? Holy shit! Damn.
また見に来てほしいクポ。
And then it comes up with a story again with a twist, and I think the story was really good as well. And I feel like people are just keep talking about a lot of the Final Fantasy negative part of it about, oh, it's a turn base, it's not a turn base, this is that like. So I think that's probably what's one of the reasons why they make people being like very I don't know, man, like a very negative towards Final Fantasy franchise nowadays. That's what I feel. Okay, let's just go and save this. But I think it's like overall it's just video gaming itself, because like, you know, I'm not saying that let's cope. Everything is good. But what I'm saying is that what makes a video game fun?
これは戦うための訓練なの。こんな世の中じゃ子供だって自分の身は自分で守らなきゃいけないでしょ。もう箱相手じゃ物足りなくてモンスターだってクラッシュできちゃうかも。
バカなことは考えない方がいい。
バカですって。みんなクラウドよりすっごい記録出してるのに。お説教はそれを抜いてからにして。
Okay, we're gonna do the hard mode. Okay, we're gonna secure this little girl right here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember where.
隙を作れ。消え失せろ。沈め。悪いな。どけ。仕上げだ。やってやる。やっ。叩き切る。覚悟はいいし。
I'm stuck.
決める。仕上げだ。消え失せろ。沈め。仕上げだ。やっ。叩き切る。
Shit, I'm keep hitting the wrong area.
やっ。これだ。集中していく。
Ah, shit. Nah. Let me do it again. This sucks.
お手本見せてくれるんじゃないの？
まあうるせえな。
最高の記録。
Okay. Hold on. Wait, what is it? Wait, what the hell? Oh, this is okay. Can I restart this shit? Holy shit, yeah, dude. Fine. Let's just keep going. This is so bad, but it's fine, I guess.
中していく。
At the first area, I lost to.
切る。いや。仕上げだ。決める。いや。隙をつく。消え失せろ。沈め。狙うぞ。
Let's go.
悪いな。やっ。沈め。叩き切る。仕上げだ。やっ。沈め。やっ。仕上げだ。悪いな。やっ。
Ah, shit. I think, yeah, that's okay.
すごい。
Yes.
私たちがいくら頑張っても無駄なんだね。
英雄になりたいならもっと肩の力を抜くんだ。楽しくやったやつがしぶとく生き残る。本当に強いのはそういうやつだ。
じゃあそうする。
They have the same idle animation.
またすごいお手本見せてね。
気が向いたらな。
Yes, we whacked the box. Is there anything I can do in there? No, I don't think so.
いらっしゃいっぽ。
So we bought everything with the coupon thing, and then I think we cleared this area. I was kind of hoping that our model with the Tifa would jiggle as well. Apparently that's not the case. Let's see. I don't even know what we actually have. Okay, we got this, we got the next one, and then we got a pincer as well. Big Bertha. I'm gonna use these first. So we're gonna start doing our level up on weapons and stuff right now. So we got the pincers. We're gonna do the pincer first. Okay, all the holes are here. Okay, here is all this weird stuff. Elemental, okay. What the hell? Elemental material boost. So if I use elemental on this guy, now it's like super good. Huh. What a weird weapon. Okay, this is done. Now we have this. So we're gonna use this chi trap thing. think that's just it. So far right now we just have like 4 material slots. When do we actually get 5 or 6? Attack spell MP reduction, elemental defense, concentration. Okay. How about cloud? Do you have anything? Okay, nothing to upgrade. Yep, that's it for now. Okay.
クラウドさん、やはりご無事でしたね。この状況を乗り越えられるような新たなマテリアを生み出していきましょう。
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep most of my point of view right now. Oh shit, I shouldn't have buy that. I'll keep my point of view right now on the side because we are gonna cover up that thing later on. So, you know, that's one thing. We're gonna cover up. Like, I'm not pretty sure. Everybody who's watching right now, I'm not pretty sure. Right? We're gonna do this later on. Okay, guys? After we finish this, which we're gonna end very soon because I'm planning to only stream for 3 hours on today's gameplay, and then we're gonna go through this later on. Okay, the 100, the Square Enix presentation material, I have it right here. It's open up for public. 112 actually, crazy, but of course, you know, some of them are pictures and shit like that. We're gonna go through them together, guys. We're gonna have I'm gonna wear suits. I'm gonna wear more official, and then we will start talk about that on stream, and then we will see how that goes. So that's what I'm gonna do later on, guys. Okay, so let me go to toilet. I'll be right back, and then we will continue with the game until 3 hours. Then I'm gonna go and eat some breakfast, and I will be back again, and then we're gonna stream that for that presentation thing. We're just gonna address on every problem we have on Square Enix. Okay, so yeah. Hold on, let me just go to the toilet. I need to go to the toilet. Okay, back. I'm sorry about that. Let's go. We're gonna do all the side quests. I think we might be able to do all the side quests, maybe, I don't know. See how it goes, right?
プレートが落ちるなんてこの上は大丈夫なんでしょうか
Oh, damn. Something weird is going on right now. Let me close this. Close this. And hold on, let me close this as well. And yeah. So that we don't have that much stuff to really load and stuff in the game. So we're gonna find the kids. Is that what really we need to do? the game just slowly dies. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna restart the whole thing. We're gonna save the game first. I feel like I accidentally killed the game a bit. So we're gonna quit the game, and then we're gonna go back into the game, okay? We refresh a bit just now, and we go back into the game. I don't know, suddenly it feels like something, like the performance drops like crazy. Okay, let's go again. Nice. Let it load, load. Yes. Yes, now it feels better. Like just now it was like having like some sort of weird performance issues and shit like that. What is happening? Where do I find these kids? I don't remember that much.
Oh, 君は確かエアリスのボディーガードだろう。エアリスはどうしてる？急ぎで薬草探しを頼みたいんだが、今日は一緒じゃないのか？実は7番街の事故で薬を使い切ってしまってな。まだまだ必要なんだが材料が足りない。
必要なものは？
あんたが薬の材料を揃えてくれるのか？町のためにぜひ頼む。これが必要な材料と道具だ。
Okay. So just move around, look at the places and stuff. I don't know where the kids go. I don't really quite remember these mini games right here. I think probably this is the most lesser version of the game that I actually played. Like, you know, like when you try to do a trophy and stuff, you need to go to chapter 14, but just the early part of chapter 14. You don't need to really play this part that much. So I think maybe that's why I don't really quite remember this much on this area. So now this guy, what the hell is this guy?
あ、クラウドさんですよね。いいところにいらっしゃいました。オーナーのサムから話は聞いています。凄腕の元ソルジャーの何でも屋だとか。そこでご相談なんですが、うちのチョコボたちを探してもらえないでしょうか。実はトラックの衝撃に驚いて逃げてしまったんです。きっと今頃怯えてお腹を空かせているはずです。かわいそうに。
I just can't stop thinking about the Final Fantasy thing, but yet again, there's no solution.
ありがとうございます。見つけたらこれを食べさせてください。逃げたのは3羽。名前はカカ、ロロ、モモです。
Okay, let's find these chocobos. I think I remember this event though.
よろしくお願いします。
Okay. Yeah, I remember this. So we have the missing children. Went on patrol and they still haven't come back. Have the teacher find them. We got the secret medicine thing. And then we got this. I don't know what is what, but let's talk to this guy as well.
なんでも屋さん、いいところにいらっしゃった。どうもどうも。自分活力新聞で記者をやってるものでして。
何が新聞だ。シンラーの宣伝ばっかじゃねえか。
まあただだからこそ手に入る情報もありまして興味あります？実はですね、シンラの某部署がコルネオの財宝を押収することになったのですが、なんとその財宝が隠されている部屋の鍵を。
Oh yeah, we have to do this again as well. So this actually takes quite some time for this chapter right here. Well, we will do some of it, and then when it hits 3 hours, I'm just gonna call it as well, nonetheless.
5番街スラムの盗賊です。あのスラムエンジェルがまた現れたんです。どうです？今度こそ興味ありません？
Yeah, now I see it like, yeah, there's a lot of things I need to do. I need to do Corneo. This thing is so... You have to go into that underground sewer thing as well. And then we have to play the story for that guy as well, right? The guy that got his girlfriend caught by Corneo.
ネタになるなと。
何をさせる気だ？
盗まれた鍵を取り返したら財宝は皆さんのもの。私はスラムエンジェルの正体が知りたいだけなんです。なので何か分かったらちょこっと情報をいただければ。
What happened if I go in? Is there anything inside? There is one thing inside. Okay. We're gonna go in then. We can actually fight with Bahamut and stuff, you know, if I'm not wrong. Oh shit! What was that? What is this? Oh, this is the kid. Okay, okay, never mind.
あ、クラウド。
ああ、こいつが迷子か。
こいつとか迷子とかいきなり何？
ああ。
こんなところで何をしてる？一人なのか？
それが見回りのみんなと倒れたお墓を直してたんだ。そしたら笑い声が聞こえて、気がついたらみんな消えてた。
That's the ghosting.
この声がしてみんな消えたんだ。
来るぞ。
Okay. Oh shit, ouch. Okay, we're gonna use ability and assess. They're gone. So many Tifa. Shoot it. Yes. No running, no running. Okay, we got one more. Okay. Bear can breach, right? But now it's blocking something, so we can remove it. And I don't know why I say Barry just now. Barrett. Again! Infinity End! Finish it! When I play Final Fantasy 1 to 6, Final Fantasy 6 feels like a fusion of Final Fantasy 1 to 5. So I didn't understand why people favorite is Final Fantasy. It's for everyone's favorite Final Fantasy game, but Final Fantasy 7 is still better. Oh, really? I don't know, man. A lot of people just like when it came out. That's what I heard, right? 7 like is the. I think 7 really left a lot of like a huge impression to a lot of people by being the very first 3D. People were like, "What? You can do that?" You know, that's really cool. Especially the cinematics and stuff, right? And the boob jiggles. People love the boob jiggles. Yes, haze. Nice. Go back. It's pretty cool. Oh, so that's what that. That is what that was. Okay. No, there's one more. Huh. Secret stash. We're gonna do that. The old one, I played 1 and 2 halfway, and I played 3 halfway. I was still on the island. I haven't even go down from the island. I'm still on the sky continent or something like that, the sky island. For 3. 4, I finished the game. I love 4. I love 4 a lot. 5 I never played yet. And then 6 I played the beginning, never really hooked into it, and I got stuck halfway as well. So I can't really say much, to be honest. Oh shit, we're gonna fight this thing. Let's see. Oh, assassin. I just think like Expedition 33 and Last of Us Part 1, how popular those are, people will feel they are overrated, but because of Final Fantasy VII is Japanese, you get that extra hate. I do agree. Yeah, that's true. But I think maybe Expedition 33 will be something like The Last of Us Part 1, because The Last of Us Part 1 did really change the gaming industry into this. If you realize the camera angle is like on around this area, right? You only see like this kind of like character movement where it's like that part. It's not like the whole character. It's not like something we see right now in the Final Fantasy game, but the character is more nearer. Like you can see like a bit of the leg, but it's mostly like above the thigh camera angle in a video game. And that's what changes in a lot of video games after when The Last of Us Part 1 appears. But I can see that with Expedition 33, and then people will be like, so it's okay that we bring back old elements into video games. And it might actually be that the case. Like we might see a lot of those popular stuff that we've seen back in the day will pop up again. It's just like fashion. This is what I really think. Like fashion or music or anything like that, it has always been this cycle of shift. When the last time this kind of fashion is popular, and then 10 years later this kind of fashion is popular, then it's popular and it's popular and it's popular, then it went back. Then it go around, but with a certain modern twist of that era, they would have like a twist. I think it's the same thing with everything. So in this part, it's just video games. So I do believe we will see video game changes in that kind of sense, where they will bring back a lot of the old element that we see in the video games coming back. So I'm not sure, but yeah, the 2, 4, and 6. That's the thing. Like I never really beat the game. I never beat 2 and 6, so I can't really say much about 2 and 6. But I do love 4 as well. Yeah, 2 had a dark story, and 4 was amazing. 4 was super good. I was like, wait, what? But like that's why I love Final Fantasy 1 things, because everything is like happy ending, right? I remember I finished that game, and then I was like, oh man, this is so good. This is really so good. And then Cecile got with that girl. I forgot like what her name is. Marley. What's her name again? But he got with the princess or something, and then they got married, and then they got kids or something. And those are super nice. Those are why I love Final Fantasy, because of the happy ending. Let me do a overpower. Holy shit. Go away, go away, go away. Everybody attack. Fire is great too. Fire also has Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh is like a character from One Piece. What do you mean by character from One Piece? Yeah, I heard Gilgamesh came out. Wait. Was it 5? That's where Gilgamesh appeared? I thought it was earlier than that.
繋いでいくぞ。やってやる。
私の本気見せてあげる。さあ
Because I think it was like,
弟行きやがれ。
oh yeah, I think it is 5, huh? 5 is when Gilgamesh appeared. Oh yeah, talking about Gilgamesh, I want a Gilgamesh game. I want Gilgamesh game where you can use Gilgamesh. It's an action game though, a single player action game with Gilgamesh, and then you can go through worlds, and then you can meet Squall, you can meet all the other characters and stuff like that. Oh shit, this is good. You can meet all the characters. That's what I want. That's what I want. A Gilgamesh game that you will go through. You will see lightning. You will see everybody from Final Fantasy. You will see the Warrior of Light, and then you know they have wasted that opportunity making a Chaos game. Instead of that Chaos game, should have been a Gilgamesh game. That Chaos game should have been. That Strangers of Paradise should have been a Gilgamesh game. But I wanted more RPG like this. Instead of Souls-like. That would be awesome. Most people love 6 because of Pefkar, and some say he's better than Sephiroth. Sephiroth is just a dead person, so I don't know. Sephiroth, I do agree. Sephiroth is not really that good of an enemy, I would say. I mean, he's popular because he's hot, right? Everybody. Sephiroth is popular because Sephiroth is so hot. My friend played Strangers of Paradise, say it's okay. I played Strangers of Paradise, I platinum the game. I love the game. Especially at the end when he said, "Shut the fuck up!" He got angry and stuff. I love it so much. But I didn't play the DLC because the DLC requires intensive grinding, which I didn't quite like that. But the other games are all like pretty. It's very well balanced, but the DLC becomes like this Monster Hunter shit. like from Monster Hunter to Monster Hunter Iceborne. It's just that kind of difficulty spike that it just makes everything too gatekeeping.
物資だな。スラムの生活を立て直すためには物が必要だ。財宝って。
But overall, I like the game so much. I found out so many Easter eggs, so many references. Each of the map is a sweet little nice little Easter egg for each Final Fantasy game. Like there's an area with Final Fantasy 9 music and song. There's an area with Final Fantasy 10. There's like a Mount Gagazet if I'm not wrong. So it was really good. So I like those hints, those playful moments. I think that's what Final Fantasy games should have been. Because in Final Fantasy games, recent years they've been thinking too much. I think the worst thing that happens to a Final Fantasy or Square Enix is that Nomura spent too much time making one game. I think the fatigue came from that. They could have made more games, but because of stupid Nomura trying to not finish the game, but just like keep like adding things and just keep stray away from his original ideas. From Final Fantasy 13 versus become this weird thing. That's what slowly changes people and talk shit about Nomura, and their reputation is not really that good with like Kingdom Hearts as well. Why do you need 10 years to make one game and it comes out it's mediocre? You know, that's what people felt. So I think they should just make games and stop thinking about that. I mean, this is also a thing that a lot of YouTubers are giving this advice to a lot of like indie developer. When you start to make a game, don't think too much. Don't make your perfect game, which a lot of people fall into this category. They try to make this perfect game in their mind, but you know, but that thing doesn't really exist, because you know it's just gonna pressure you up, and there's a lot of weird things that going on through in between, and then somehow at the end you will just not make the game. So it just ended up into a Nomura. I would say it's called Nomura. What do you call it? Phenomena or something like that. A Nomura thingy. Wait, should I talk to her again? What the hell is happening here? Why is that? Why is it showing her again? So what I'm trying to say is that Strangers of Paradise just came out of nowhere. Strangers of Paradise just boom out of nowhere. Hey, we're gonna make a Souls-like game. Boom. We let Katie make it. Like it's like a Neo, but it's Final Fantasy. And I was like, what the hell? This is so good. This is so fun. So we gotta find Kirie, that's why it's like that. Okay, never mind. All this is like you gotta find them. I like that. They don't have any indicator of where to go. That's nice. Both Final Fantasy 16 and Rebirth needed at least 2 more years to be perfect. I think they got lucky with Rebirth, to be honest. What do you mean by they got lucky with Rebirth? I think like they shouldn't spend that long to make the game. They've been spending too much money, too much time in making one game. There's the rumors that says the reason that they released a lot of 2.5D game recently was because their main game is like those Final Fantasy, like third part of Rebirth or Remake or something like that, or like maybe a new IP on Kingdom Hearts 4. Those are their huge game. But in between, we gotta make something that can be released in 1 or 2 years. So that's why they make a lot of these like 2.5D games as well. Like the new, like there's this new action-based 2.5D RPG. Didn't they want to release that for Switch? So those can be something that can, you know, just run along for the finance-wise in that game, so that they can have product to sell and stuff like that. So there are rumors for that. Like that's why they have all these 2.5D games coming out so much. These are games that is easier to make, and they don't require that huge of a budget. But these are also the game that doesn't really excite fans that much as well, to be honest. Because that's not what Square Enix is all about. Square Enix is about, you know, their good, creative, innovative games that is like next level or something like that. That's what they usually were. So with all those essence is gone nowadays, and limitation on video games graphic has been kind of reached to peak. So it'll be interesting to see if they can actually, you know, nail something down along the line. They can do something that is very well graphic, very well made, but at the end of the day, it's also, you know, very fun to play. I get endured reviews because you know how critical these journalists are. It goes aligned with their shit, I guess. That's why. It's a very diverse game. A game that's diverse, everybody would just be biased on it and being good or something like that.
Ah! やっちまった！俺のバカ！大バカ野郎！
Wait a minute. So this is where he actually ran away. Oh, I can actually do this as well.
兄貴、ティファ、無事だったんだ。よかった。
その呼び方はやめろ。
兄貴、折ってお願いがあるんですけど、聞いてくれます？
言ってみろ。
実は俺、いろいろあって町から出ることにしたんです。そしたら。全財産をすられちまったんですよ。ああ、なんて不運でかわいそうな俺。途中まで追いかけたんだけど逃げられちまって、もうお先真っ暗。助けてくださいよ、兄貴。
犯人の特徴は？
兄貴、犯人の特徴ですよね。黒髪の可愛らしい女の子で帽子をかぶってて、あと、そうだ、しましまの靴下を履いてました。
キリエか。
どっちに行った？
教会の方に。
Wait, is this where the church is? Okay, this is where the church is. Well, at least maybe we can finish up one. Oh, hey, Kyrie! Turn into ghost. Just disappear out of nowhere. Oh, now I know why it's look weird, because the hand is all bare hand. Meanwhile, the real Tifa has like glove and shit. That's what makes her so sexy. I mean, like the hand part looks really awkward. There's definitely something wrong with Square because it looks like because look at Capcom, they filed with Dragon Dogma and WoW. Didn't sell really good, but they still have Pragmata and Street Fighter 6. I think actually WoW did so pretty well. Didn't WoW sell around like 10 million copies despite the game being bad? That is because of the reputation of the game. Like what I see on what is happening to Capcom is what I see what happening to Square Enix. Like what happened to Square Enix will be happen to Capcom later on if they don't change the way of doing businesses. Because right now, from what I see with Capcom, they are the most politically correct company in Japan that I see. More than Square Enix. Square Enix actually had that 1,000, you know, like that, no, sorry, 1,100 copy listing for the presentation. I think maybe they did implement it from that, or maybe they just decided it's not a good thing. Didn't they actually had a huge layoff with almost every Western dev? Like all their Western side, they just kick them off. And it's actually, some people say it's actually because of this presentation that they find. Because in that list, there is a reason that they showed the hiring costs of their company is so high. Like, Square Enix doesn't cheapskate themselves when paying their staff. They actually pay quite high of a salary. So I mean, like, it also depends, but they're paying them quite well. So because of that, they have so many staff as well, and it just costs so much money for staff hiring funds, or like, I don't know, budget or something. I don't know what that real term is. And so because of that, they decided to lay off a lot of people. So they lay off a bunch of like Western side of that, those that doesn't really work anymore. And I think it really take a huge play because of this presentation by this activist 3D company that actually, did with that. Because right now they hold like almost like 15% of the shareholders, and that's a lot. 15% is a lot. At first they only hold like around 7 or 8%. They bought that around that much of shares, and then they rise it up to 15%. And this is actually a Moro Hano Tsurugi, which means it's like a dual blade. Like, it's it could harm both sides from what I see, because I'm kind of concerned as well because of this activist company. Like, yeah, talk shit about Square Enix, this and that, whatever. But the thing that they put out in that thing might actually not be a solution as well. Like, so that's why we're gonna go through that 100-page of thing later on. But when you see that, you kind of get what I'm trying to say as well, some of it. But I mean, like, we're gonna see through it together. So because I haven't really go and read everything as well. Is that with this group Japanese? No, they're Singaporean. They're from Singapore. Singapore is very well known for their Karen. For their Karen C, I don't know. Karen mental. Like, they're the country in Southeast Asia that is most entitled. They complain about shit all the time, most of the people there. Oh, the service is so bad, like that kind of weird shit. So they're very well known for that. So that's why it's a bit concerning as well. Okay, it was cute. I feel like she's supposed to be important. She was a bit important, I guess. Or she is a bit important. She is a cool character, but they make her kind of shit. She's kind of annoying as well. But yeah, I think we just finished this this story right here, this side quest, and then we will just call it a day for today because it's gonna hit 3 hours. And then I'm gonna eat some breakfast, and I'll be right back. And then we're gonna stream again. And during that time, we're gonna do the 100 paper on Square Enix. We're gonna read that. We're gonna see, just talk about it, right? Just casually talk about it. Just enjoy it, I would say. Just be some gossiper. Just be busybody on somebody's company. I remember back in the day, I really hate people that keep talking about sales in video games, because when you keep... Wait, what should I do again here? I remember back in the day when people talk about video games sales, and I would be like, you're not their finance department. Why do you want to know about their sales number? Enjoy the game. Shut the fuck up. Drink your coffee. Sit down and just play. And that's how I was like, like that was my mindset back in the day. But nowadays I'm kind of busybody, so I want to take a look at the Square Enix paper. We are not even a staff, but we're gonna go and take a look at it. Okay, guys, we're gonna see what is this activists try to complain. We're gonna try to defend. I'm gonna try to defend Square Enix a bit, but also criticize on Square Enix as well at the same time for the things that I don't like. and yeah, it's just gonna be a huge busybody video. That's just what it is. What should I really do here? Hey, CM! Welcome! Sofo is Pig Gaming. It's not just okay. What is Sof? Oh, Strangers of Paradise. Yes. I agree. I like that. I like the story. I like the game. Like I was so like, what the hell is happening? Like there's a lot of like mind blown moment for me in that game. So sad as well. I did cry, get emotional and shit. And so yeah. Well, apparently we can't finish that because I don't really remember much about this. It's weird how I remember so many of the game, but this chapter 14, 13 part, I don't quite remember this part. What other side quests do we have again? There's like 9 side quests that we can do. What? I think probably one of them is the Tifa thing that we can play. Like this burning tie, right? But that's for Tifa. That's probably one of it. Damn, like what the? And then now we are doing a, what is this one or is it? I don't even know. But yeah, we're gonna go and do the quest tomorrow. So I'm gonna not change the mod. For tomorrow, we're gonna still play with Tifa, I guess. I don't know. We're still gonna play with Tifa, a lot of Tifa. I'm not gonna change the mod of the mods. We still have yeah, that's just what it is. Tifa with Tifa. Oh boy, you can't do all the side quests in one playthrough. I think I can. Tomorrow probably can if you just don't. I think I probably can reach into chapter 15 as well if I'm not wrong for tomorrow. So yeah. Well, let's not waste time. So that's just what it is, right? I'm just gonna really just go eat, and I will be right back after I eat. And we're gonna go and read the Square Enix thing. That's just what it is. So later on, that's what I'm gonna do. And don't worry, if you guys can't catch up or can't join, it's fine. Or maybe you guys can join, it's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna go and take a look at this, and I'm gonna give my opinion on this a bit different with other people because I'm gonna read both sides. I'm gonna read the Japanese, and you know, for example, we just read this and then we see like, oh, okay, this is this. We will go through, and then when I read something and I feel like I'm interested in it, I will be like, oh, okay, are you sure that's what they say in the Japanese? And then there is numbers and stuff, so we will see like probably like this is like what 24, then we will go to 24, right? Then we will read that again, and then we will see what it is. You know, we're just gonna be busybody. Look at Square Enix presentation. Ano kyo netsu, ano netkyo, sorry, ano nekkyo, which means passion. Ano nekkyo mo ichido, which means that excitement is one again. No, it's actually that passion. Give us that passion once more, right? That now you guys roughly see like the differences, like my translation and this, I don't know, guide translation or the localization translation. What, even presentation get localized? Yes, it get localized, but I will be more raw with it. Okay, so that's what it is. Well, if you guys are interested in that, I will see again. Oh, you're right, if you reload a chapter. Yeah. If I reload a chapter, that would be fine, I guess. So yep, so I will see you guys again on the next stream. We're gonna go and take a look and be busybody with Square Enix and see what they got skull on. Square Enix got skull by their shareholders. So I will see you guys again next time. If you guys like the video, give it a like, subscribe. I know I've been ranting a bit in today's video. I'm gonna be honest, I really have no idea on like what is real and what is wrong. There is some feeling of cope in it that I feel like, you know, action. That's the thing about the action and turn-based thing. I feel like action is the way to go, but I keep thinking about how they can make that into a thing that where people will accept. But I don't think like. But if you say people don't accept, then a lot of people then I read, right? Like even in this video right here, I actually saw a Japanese YouTuber. I think it's KG-san. KG channel. Ah shit. Okay. You know what? I know how to click. Oh, can I Oh, I can. Okay. If I can, then it's easier. I just go to Japanese. I was just wondering if I can type in Japanese or not. KG channel game. I actually saw this dude's channel, right? I do watch this dude from time to time because I kind of like his take on stuff. He really covered up a lot of stuff. So there is this one time that he actually covered up the... What the hell is this? Oh, game channel. Not this one, sorry. His yeah, this one. His main channel. He actually did cover up the this is the digest. This is this. Where the hell is the Square Enix thing? Oh yeah, the Square Enix shareholders are released and stuff, and of course it's a Japanese video.
I was surprised when I saw this.
Damn it! Stop it! So his video, right? And then in his video, I try to read his stuff, his audience, and it's actually pretty interesting what their audience actually writing. And some of them even raised the concern that I actually like turn-based. I actually like action-based. Like there's a lot of that I feel like they're kind of concerned about, like if the game turns into like the a turn-based now. So I feel like so there are people feel like that as well, and I'm actually one of them as well. I was like, I do enjoy both. I do enjoy turn-based and action as well, but if you ask me which one do you prefer, for me, I'm the type of person who prefer it to be action, but not like Final Fantasy 16 action. That's not Final Fantasy for me. But I like the game for what it is, because they got awesome summon battles and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I feel like Final Fantasy VII Remake battle system is just a very good system that they should implement that to every Final Fantasy, but twist it with their own original element in that Final Fantasy series. For example, like the ATB and action, that is the base, and then all the other stuff they can make, like maybe this game you can linked up characters, so now you have built up like link formation, so when you do some stuff you have formation that happens and people can use formation. Or in this game you can have it's a Final Fantasy game that talks about a bunch of mage. It's a mage era and everybody can use magic, but there's also this one kid who cannot use magic or something like that, right? For example, like it's a very cliche story, I know. But in that game, you can actually use a mixed magic. So what the protagonist can really do was adding up others people's magic into him, that he can, use magic in his own way. So you got this guy with a blade, and then you can use a combine attack, and then the combine attack, this character, or maybe there's another female protagonist with big, huge titties that she's gonna say, hey, take this, and then they will shoot some fire at his sword, and he can use the sword and attack again. That kind of innovative way of like designing a nice original take in a Final Fantasy game, that would be great, right? Or it's like a summon battle thing, but it's action, and then it's like they have a summon that you can actually call down and stuff, but it's like action, like a FF7R type of like ATB action, but they also at the same time just have their own unique take on it, their unique game system on it, and that's what I want to see. But I don't know, man. So yeah, okay. Time to read about Square Enix. Yeah, but we will do that after I eat some breakfast though. I gotta go eat first, and then we'll be right back. It's around 1 hour, I guess. Let's just give 1 hour of like chill time, and I'll be right back, and then we just do that. So yeah, remake combat is perfect. I like Final Fantasy 16 too, though. Yeah, 16 is for me, if I gonna say it, it's really like DMC. It was really very like, and it makes sense because the guy from Devil May Cry went there. They hired that dude, so it makes sense that it's very Devil May Cry light action based, but it's more on like RPG element as well. So if I'm gonna say, because as you guys know, when I play in hack and slash in like Ninja Gaiden, I really like the first game because of the RPG element, and for that same reason, I really like Final Fantasy 16. But I guess that is just it way too extreme into that action, in my opinion. I think beat this game combat apart from Stellar Blade. You mean like the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth or combat? If that's the case, yes, I totally agree. Parry is still like the best thing. I still think Expedition 33 has the best action turn-based mix. Makes Rebirth feels weird to me. I think Expedition 33 is like more on like a turn-based, than action, right? But in Final Fantasy 7 Remake, it's more on an action turn-based. It's turn-based action turn-based. It's a different thing. If you get what I'm trying to say. You know, yeah, Expedition 33 is kind of action. It's a turn-based action game, but actually, you know, Final Fantasy 7 Remake is an action turn-based game because you gotta wait for your ATB, for your turn to use your magic, and skills and spells or whatever that is. So yeah, that was really good. Expedition 33 is active turn-based, turn-based. Yeah, I guess active turn-based, I guess so, maybe. So it's actually committed to being actiony, but then when it loses its identity, 16 still feel weird animating cancelling issues. I don't think it loses its identity. To me, Final Fantasy identity, it's always about that wipe, and I think it has a very strong Final Fantasy wipe for Final Fantasy 16. If it's not only like turn-based or like whatever is what makes Final Fantasy. Because for me, Final Fantasy is always about the summons. Like you have the Ifrit, you know, all the summons, and the next thing is like you have all the Mughals and like Tonberry, and then you got like Chocobos, and then the vibe of the music, the way that they start the songs and the game, and then you know that you have this nice like you know, when you the first time when I turn on Final Fantasy 16, you got that ding 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 ding, you know, like that Final Fantasy music thing, but it's more in a very orchestral way. So for whatever Final Fantasy 16 was, it was actually a very awesome game, a very great game, and yeah. And I guess that's just what that is. Hey, hello, Gold Toki. Welcome back. We're gonna talk about this later on, but not right now. So yeah, but yeah, you know what? We're gonna talk about it later, I guess. Yeah, 16 is too easy as well. I find it fun as hell. Yeah, it was fun. But easy because you use Ring. Do you use Ring? I don't want to use Ring, man. Wukong was great too, but on PS5 you have the frame gen, so it was annoying. I don't know about that at all, to be honest. All right, so yeah, I will stop rage baiting. And yeah, so yep, see you guys later on. We're gonna go for a Square Enix thing. That's just what it is. Okay, guys. Until the next time, I'll be seeing ya.